the Ballroom characters will be dropping together with the Ballroom team event tonight at the Lignidroid on the 5th of April. Let's take a look at the upcoming characters and support card if they are worth your carrots. First off, starting with the Umas, Ballroom Seiun Sky. She has pretty much a good spread of distance aptitude, the same as her OG version, making it easier to build for the Trailblazer scenario. Her stat bonus is just very nice and suited for the Guts Maxing deck, with it being speed, power, and guts. However, a single glance at her unique and it makes it clear that this version of Seiun Sky is geared toward the long distance track. If she's on a straight late race and above the second position, she will get a speed boost. Or if the straight is on the backstretch, meaning usually the straight of a long racetrack, this unique will also give you an acceleration alongside the speed bonus. If you notice, this unique is almost a one-to-one copy of Kitasan Black's unique. If you take a look at Kitasan Black's unique description, it is almost the same for the skill, such that it will also give you speed and acceleration. This is also the reason why Ballroom Scene Sky is another really good unique inherit for the frontrunner style in the long distance racetrack. And frontrunner is genuinely gonna be really strong in the long distance track because they will have two really good inherits being Kitasan Black and Ballroom Scene Sky. Her kit is packed with good gold middle leg speed skills to help her stay at the front of the pack to of course activate her unique because it needs to be positioned 2 and upwards. Despite that, she doesn't have an innate groundwork like Valentine Bourbon, which makes her fall into the usual trap of making it more tedious to train her like the usual frontrunners. Honestly, if I'm going to be really frank, the OG Seiun Sky is just still better on the other distance track besides the long distance. Her acceleration unique, angling, and scheming is just that broken. The only time that the ballroom version unique outscales the OG Saiyan Sky is only on long racetrack because it gives you speed and acceleration. And usually on long racetrack distance, angling and scheming just activates a bit later on the late race section, while this skill will activate immediately on the late race straight. So if you really love frontrunner, I think she's worth it to pick up if you are a really sweaty player for the long distance racetrack. Combined with Kitasan unique as well, it is quite a nasty combo. The other ballroom unit is Fuji Kiseki. Fuji Kiseki is a generic overall good strong base chaser, but nothing game breaking. Her distance aptitude is also really nice because technically you can build her on almost every distance. Her stat spread is also really nice for anything speed and weight related, so that's a plus. Her unique Ravisante is really simple to understand. If you do an overtake when you are above the fourth position on the final corner, you get a speed boost. It's really a straightforward, easy to understand unique. It gives you 4 seconds of 4.5% speed increase, which is a second less than the normal unique by the way, so you need to keep this in mind. But still, it's a good unique. Her gold skill, Tantalizing Trick, doesn't really see that much of a use as it's a debuff skill that hits rush enemies. It's a really niche skill. However, Speedstar is a really nice gold speed skill for the Pace Chaser, and also she have Head On as another gambling acceleration source, which is awesome. Overall, a solid A tier unit, she doesn't perform particularly better than her OG version. This version is about the same strong as the OG version. It is also about the equivalent of the normal Ogre cap as well. I don't think it's really worth it to pull for her due to this case. Okay, let's move on to the support card banners. We have two cards for the support card banner, the first one being Symboli Rudolf stamina card and the second one being Sirius Symboli wit card. Both of these cards are designed to be a medium card by Cygames. This is indicated by their gold skills being medium lock, which we will explore more later on. First off, the Symboli Rudolf stamina card. It has a pretty cool unique effect, giving initial 10 stats depending on the card in your deck, totaling up to 360 stats. Arguably, it also have a pretty decent trainings and the hints are catered toward the medium distance with medium straight, medium corners, and all life god. This also comes at level 4 hint, which helps a lot with the SP cost of the skills. However, this card also falls into the normal gigabait of side games, needing at least 3 limit break to have race bonus. She gets 5% at 3 LB and 10% at 4 LB. Below that, it simply has 0% race bonus, and therefore pretty much not usable in Track Blazer. The gold skill is a really good skill though. If you get blocked on the side in the middle section of the race, you will get speed bonus and a stamina recovery. Overall, a really solid gold skill for a stamina card. At low LB, this card can also be a card to hunt hints for your stamina debuffer Umas. It has all the subdued stamina debuff skill. This card can replace the with R Rudolf card, which we have been using for decades when building debuff horses. Personally, for me, 3LB is too much of an investment for a card that will not stay that relevant for a long time, and so I recommend skipping the card. At a single glance for the Sirius Symboli card, you might think that the training will be insane due to its friendship bonus that you can get each time you click a rainbow training with her. I mean, a very high friendship bonus and a very high mood effect with speed and with bonus will give us a nutty training, right? Surprise, surprise, it's not. Here is the full comparison of the rainbow click of it at level 5 stack against Nice Nature and Fine Motion MLB. It only provides a little bit more speed than the other two cards, but Fine Motion still give a better whip training overall. And that's level 5 stack by the way, which means you need to do 5 rainbow training with the symbolic card. At the first rainbow click, this card is just way too far to compete, and in a scenario like Track Blazer, which heavily punishes you for clicking too many trainings, I doubt you will get those stacks to level 5. Missing training effectiveness also lowered this card training capability by quite a bit. This card has some pretty decent hints like medium corners and late surger straightaways, and the gold skill this card provides is a really good gold skill actually. It's a gambling acceleration skill for the late surger and closer called From the Brink. It is almost the same exact copy as on your left, but for the medium distance racetrack. The description here says phase first half random, which have a smaller area of activation and is nearer to the start of the late race, which is better than on your left. However, at the release of the card, the skill might come unbuffed, which means the location of the skill activation is still the same as on your left. The funny thing is that if you thought that a premium card will always provide you with guaranteed gold skill from the event, this card says otherwise, and you can still get the white version of the skill. The card also suffers the same fate as Symboli Rudolf, such that it requires to be 3 limit break and upwards to be usable for the Track Blazer scenario because of the race bonus restriction. This card doesn't get a race bonus until 3 limit break. Overall, it's a decent card for late surger or encloser players, but it's more catered toward the space whale or people with maxed out deck, so you can borrow this card. I don't think it's worth it to pull this card as a free to play player or even low spenders, it's more geared toward the heavy spenders. Okay, we've come to the end. Obviously, if any of these Uma is your Oshi, then just pull for it. Otherwise, I think only Ballroom Seiun Sky is kinda worth to pull if you main different runners. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.